words of blessing. His writing continued, of course, and his influence only grew in one of the paradoxes that truly great figures so frequently live out. After Henri Nouwen's death in 1996, interest in his writings had only gathered momentum. The key has to do, I believe, with far more than his sometime artful turn of phrase or his striking accomplishments. More than anything, I believe, the continued interest grows out of who he was, a heart broken before God and open for his fellow friends and readers. Henri was complex and unfinished. He knew it well and did not pretend otherwise. But still, he also knew there was ministering to be done, suffering to care for, hope to bring to bear in life's dark places. All this I hope the reader will discover, informed the sermons and lectures and scribbled notes that comprised and fed into this book. Turn My Mourning into Dancing offers yet more glimpses from the pen and the life of this slightly stooped, always passionate preacher of spirituality. As we learn from his chronicler of the possibilities of a human life lived vibrantly with God, may our sorrows also turn to expectancy and even joy. Timothy Jones, Fall 2001. Introduction. Hope in Our Hurting World. This afternoon my good friend Joyous called, his voice trembling, shock muting his voice. His daughter, he told me, had died 4 hours after birth. Margaret and I and our 3-year-old son Sam had so been looking forward to the new baby, he said. She had been born early in an emergency C-section, but still, it looked as if she would come through. The vital signs soon told them that Rebecca could not live long. In the intensive care unit, Joyous and Margaret held the tiny life in their arms. Then it was all over. Joyous said a prayer for the baby, he told me, and made the sign of the cross. I was struck by what Joyous said next. Driving away from the hospital, I kept telling God, "You have given us Rebecca, and now I return her to you. But I know a beautiful future is being cut off. It hurts so much to lose her. I feel such emptiness." I searched for the right words. What could I say? I did not want to interfere with Joyous' grieving, but I also knew that Joyous would not have to face this grief without consolation. "Rebecca," I said, "is your daughter, yours and Margaret's. She always will be. Sam will always have a sister. Rebecca was given only a few hours, but they were not futile. Your prayers are not in vain. She lives now in God's eternal embrace." It was a long conversation. I know my words gave only modest comfort. More than anything, Joyous and I wanted to hug one another and cry. How important did our friendship seem at such a time? And I wondered again, as perhaps we all wonder when grief hits hard and hurts us deeply, why did such a thing happen? To reveal God's glory? To remind us of the fragility of life? Or perhaps to deepen the faith of those who carry on? It is hard to answer yes when everything seems so dark. When I think of Margaret and Joyous holding tiny Rebecca in their arms, I think also of Jesus' own mother. So often paintings and statues depict her holding her son's limp, lifeless body on her lap. She was not bereft, not left without hope, but what pain she endured to watch her son die on a cross. And as I think of my friends Margaret and Joyous, I feel moved to pray. The hardships we all endure require more than words, of course, even spiritual words. Eloquent phrases cannot soothe our deep pain, but we do find something to lead and guide us through. We hear an invitation to allow our mourning to become a place of healing, and our sadness a way through pain to dancing. Who is it Jesus said would be blessed? Those who mourn. Matthew chapter 5, verse 4. We learn to look fully into our losses, not evade them. By greeting life's pain with something other than denial, we may find